Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. I have a great new video for you on 20 simple but very useful expressions that native speakers use every day when speaking English. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Amanda from Easy English Online. I've been teaching English to foreign students now for a number of years. So if you'd like to learn more or have one-to-one lessons with me, then I provided a link in the description box below that will give you a special deal on English lessons. So check that out. I also just want to quickly tell you about an exciting new video series which I'll be releasing shortly. It's an 8-week mini course, completely free, on the 8 parts of speech, which you don't want to miss. So if you haven't already, click that subscribe button below so you get notified when it's released. Okay, so back to today's video on useful expressions. So I'm going to start with the very basic one that everyone uses when they first meet someone. It's a simple greeting that can be said in a few different ways. So this word is hi. Hi. Or we can say hello. Hello. These are the most common ways to greet someone. But if you're in a more friendly mood, you could also say, hey, hiya, whatcha, hi there, what's up? Now our next commonly used expression is good morning. We use this as a greeting when we meet someone. Anytime between, let's say, 5 a.m. to midday. It's friendly, it's polite. We just say, good morning. Some people will just shorten it to morning. If you're looking for a longer conversation, you could say, so how are you this morning? So how are you this morning? Now, if you are, let's say, getting your children up for school in the morning, you could open the curtains and say, rise and shine, rise and shine. Now, let's say that perhaps you have a son or daughter that has been up all hours last night socializing. They came in very late, and in the morning they're looking particularly tired and not quite with it. You could say, oh my, look what the cat's dragged in. Now, if it's later in the day, from let's say midday onwards, so after 12 p.m, we would then use good afternoon as our greeting. Good afternoon. Or we can simply reduce it to afternoon. Okay, so our fourth commonly used expression is good night. Good night. This is used to say goodbye to someone at night. You may say goodnight to friends when you leave them after a night out, or to your parents or your children before going to bed. Or otherwise you could say night-night, or sweet dreams, sleep tight, watch the bed bugs don't bite. Our fifth expression today is very commonly used, excuse me. So excuse me is a way of apologizing. Maybe you've literally bumped into someone or knocked them slightly in passing. You could then say, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. You might also say excuse me as a polite way to indicate that you're about to leave somewhere or stop talking to someone. Or maybe if you wish to apologize for doing or saying something really embarrassing. And then you could say, excuse me, or I beg your pardon, I'm sorry. Or if it's something really bad, you could say, please forgive me, please accept my apologies, I didn't mean it. So our next expression is a very common one that we use when we've just met someone new and we're curious to know what their name is. So here we would simply say, what is your name? What is your name? Or may I ask you your name? May I ask you your name? You could introduce yourself first and say, for example, hi, my name's Amanda. I'm the new English teacher. And you are? And the other person could say, my name's Anna. Or hi, I'm Kate. Now moving on to our next commonly used phrase, which is how are you? We use this very often if we want to know how someone is. We simply say, how are you? Or how's things? How's it going? What's up? There are so many different ways to say this. We could also say, what's new with you? How are you doing? Or how do you do? This last one's extremely formal, maybe used in an interview or meeting royalty or something like that. Okay, so this brings me to expressions used to answer these questions. What do we say here? We could simply say, I'm good, thanks. I'm great. I'm well, thanks. Or simply, good, great. Or you could say, fab, thanks, and you? I'm very well, thank you. Or I'm fine, thanks, and you? Or you could say, I'm not great actually, but thanks for asking. Okay, so expression number 10 is, how old are you? How old are you? Used to ask how old somebody is. So how do we answer this? So we say, I'm 19, or you can simply say 19. I'm 35 years old, or simply say 35. I will be 40 in March. I turned 50 last June, but obviously I'm 21. Okay, so our next expression is please. Let's look at some alternative ways to say please. We use this as a polite request to ask for something. For instance, please can I have a slice of chocolate cake? Or we could say, is it okay? Or is that okay? I have just taken the last of the chocolate cake. Is that okay? Would you mind? Would you mind if I brought a friend to the party? Or we could say, I appreciate it. I would appreciate it if you would pick up some milk on your way home. You could say, if it's not too much trouble. Could you possibly pick up some milk on your way home if it's not too much trouble? You could say, if I may. So I would love to pop by and try on the wedding dress if I may. You could say, would you be so kind? So would you be so kind as to send me your email address? Okay, so two of the most commonly used expressions in the English language, obviously, are yes and no. We use these often when we answer questions. We either accept or agree to something, or we don't. We want something or we don't. So we say yes or no. So some other ways to say yes are, yeah, that sounds cool. Or yep, of course, that's no problem. I'd like that. Has that got chocolate in? Oh yes, I'd like that. Thanks. You could say, I'd love to. I'd love to. Could you help me organise the charity run on Saturday morning? I have such a lot to do. I'd love to. What a great idea. Let's do it. So shall we camp out after the concert? What a great idea. Let's do it. Okay, so the opposite of yes is no. So no, we don't want something. No, we don't agree. We don't want to accept something. So what are some other ways of saying no? We can say, no thanks. Nah. Nope. Nah, that is awful. Not at all. Do you like horror films? Not at all. I can't think of anything worse. You could say, I don't think I'd like that at all. Will it be crowded? Oh, I don't think I'd like that at all. Or you could say, it's never going to happen. How do you feel about skydiving on Saturday afternoon? It's never going to happen. If no sounds too harsh for the situation and you wish to tone it down a bit, you can soften it with, not really, I'd rather not. Would you like to play tennis? Not really, it's starting to rain. I'd rather not play tennis just now, it's starting to rain. Okay, so another polite expression is thank you. So this is used when acknowledging a gift or a service or a compliment, or it's used for accepting or refusing an offer. So you could say, thank you for the letter. You could say, thanks, ta, cheers. I appreciate that. I'm very grateful, thanks. You can respond with, you're welcome, no biggie, no big problem. It's my pleasure. So our next commonly used expression is sorry. So this is used when we regret doing something and wish to apologize for what we've done. Sorry can also be used if we feel sad for what someone else is going through. For example, if someone dies, we can say, I'm so sorry for your loss. Now, if we've done something wrong and we regret it, we want to tell someone how sorry we are. We want to apologize. So there are several ways we can do this. We could say, I'm so sorry. You can stress the word so to emphasize just how sorry you are. I'm sorry about that. I'm terribly sorry. I must apologize. I want to apologize for what I said. I regret doing that. I regret saying that. Okay, so our next useful expression is, what time is it? What time is it, please? Excuse me, could you tell me the time, please? So how can we answer this? We can say, it's 2:15. It's 2:15. It's 3:30. It's 3:30 p.m. It's 3:45. It's 3:45. It's 2:50. It's 2:50. Or it's 2:50 p.m. Okay, so our next expression is how much is. We use this expression when we're interested in buying something and we wish to know how much it costs. So we would say, how much does this dress cost, please? How much is this? What does this cost? Now our next expression is, it was lovely to meet you. Now, if this is the first time you've met the person, you could say, pleased to meet you. This is quite formal, but it's polite. Otherwise, if it's a person you have met before, you could say, it was great meeting you again. It's lovely to see you. It's been great catching up. Or simply, it's been great. Now, finally, our last expression for today is goodbye. Goodbye when we're leaving. So we can say farewell, it's quite formal. Or we can say see ya, laters, take care, have a nice day. Okay, well that's it for today. I recommend you watch the video a few times so you fully understand the differences. As always, I prepared a downloadable PDF with some notes for you, so if that interests you, please just click on the link below and you'll be able to download it right away. If you're struggling on a specific area of English and you would like me to do a video on it, please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, I hope you liked the video, and don't forget to press the all-important like and subscribe button below. See you next time. Bye.